Hello everyone, I'm back with another session of quiz. This is a practice session of geography for class 7, chapter number 3. So without wasting much time, let's start. This session contains all around 35 MCQs. So let's do it one by one. Okay, so the first question of the day is the lithosphere is broken into a number of plates. These plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth, which moves in a circular manner. What are these broken plates known as? There are four options: tectonic plates, Farallon plate, Scotia plate, or lithospheric plates. You have 5 seconds. So the correct answer will be option number 4, lithospheric plates. Let's check it. Yeah, we got it right. So moving back to another question. Question number 2. Magma is hot fluid or semi-fluid material below or within the Earth's crust from which lava and other igneous rock is formed on cooling. In what motion does the molten magma move inside the Earth? It is asking about the motion of the molten magma. Is it concentric, convergent, circular, or transformational? You have 5 seconds. Please comment in the live chat section. Okay, so the correct answer will be it rotates or it moves in the circular motion. We got it right. So let's move to question number 3. The movement of lithospheric plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. What are the forces which act in the interior of the earth are called? अर्थ के अंदर से इंटीरियर से जो फोर्सेस वर्क करते हैं, is it called endogenic forces, exogenic force, frictional force, or magnetic force? You have 5 seconds. So the correct answer is endogenic forces. Okay, endogenic forces. Let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. Moving to question number 4. The movements on earth are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. What are the forces which act on the surface of the earth called? On the surface यानी surface के ऊपर से जो forces exert होते हैं. नीचे से तो एंडोजेनिक होते हैं, तो ऊपर से क्या एंडोजेनिक होते हैं, एक्सोजेनिक होते हैं, रोटेशन होते हैं या ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होते हैं? You have 5 seconds. Write down the full answer in the live chat section, and later on you can write it in the comment section as well. So the correct answer is exogenic forces. Let's check it. Yeah, we got it right. Moving to question number 5. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are known as endogenic forces. The endogenic forces have two types: sudden forces and diastrophic forces. Sudden forces includes earthquakes, volcanoes, landslides which cause mass destruction on the surface of the earth. Likewise, give an example of diastrophic forces: lava eruption, glacier, building mountains, or soil erosion. We have to give the example of diastrophic forces. The building of mountains is the correct answer. Let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. So moving to question number 6. The movement of lithospheric plates causes them to vibrate. These vibrations can travel all around the earth and are known as earthquakes. Where does this vibration initiate? ये vibration शुरू कहाँ होता है? Mental में, core में, focus में या epicenter में? You have 5 seconds. Yeah, it is the focus. ये vibration focus में शुरू होता है. Okay, done. Cool. So moving to question number 7. The lithospheric plates move, and as a result, earthquakes are experienced. The place in the crust where this movement initiates is known as focus. What is the place on surface above the focus called? Focus के ऊपर क्या होता है ये बताओ. Crust, lithosphere, focus center और epicenter. Just excuse me, the spelling over here is quite mistake, but not to worry. So the correct answer will be epicenter. Focus के ऊपर epicenter होता है. Got it? Moving to question number 8. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Vibrations travel outwards from the epicenter as waves. Greatest damage is usually dashed to the epicenter and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the focus. So what will be filled in the dash? Opposite, closest, left or other side? You have 5 seconds. So the correct option will be closest. Usually closest to the epicenter. Let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. Moving to another question. Question number 9. Earthquakes cannot be predicted. The impact can certainly be minimized if we are prepared beforehand. Some common earthquake prediction methods include studying animal behaviors. Fish in the ponds get agitated. विचलित हो जाती हैं वो. Snakes ऊपर आ जाते हैं. So what is the machine through which the earthquake is measured known as? Earthquake को measure करने वाले मशीन को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेलोसिटी मीटर बोलते हैं, बैरोमीटर बोलते हैं, सिस्मोग्राफ बोलते हैं या अल्ट्रासोनिक वेलोसिटी प्रोफाइलर बोलते हैं. यू हैव 5 सेकेंड्स. उसे सिस्मोग्राफ बोलते हैं. ओके, सिस्मोग्राफ. Yeah, we have got it right. So moving to question number 10. We cannot stop earthquake, but we can reduce its impact by being prepared for it. This could be done by if we get aware about some safety measures. Where should we take shelter during earthquakes? Earthquake के टाइम में हमें कहाँ shelter लेना चाहिए? Under chimneys, near gas cylinder, under a table, or is it option number 4, besides dressing table? So the correct answer will be under a table. Let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. Now question number 11. Earthquakes cannot be predicted, but the impact can certainly be minimized if we are prepared beforehand. We should spread awareness about the safety measures to be used during this natural disaster. During an earthquake, we should keep away from the places around chimneys, windows that shatter, including mirrors and picture frames, and which other places. और कहाँ कहाँ से हमें अलग रहना चाहिए? ऑप्शन नंबर 1 फायर प्लेसेस से अलग रहना चाहिए. ऑप्शन नंबर 2 टेबल विच हैज वन साइड अगेंस्ट अ वॉल. किचन काउंटर या फिर डेस्क विच हैज वन साइड अगेंस्ट अ वॉल. कहाँ से और किन किन जगहों से हम लोगों को दूर रहना चाहिए? इट इज वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. आप लोग आराम से इसे आंसर कर सकते हैं. हमें फायर प्लेसेस से दूर रहना चाहिए. लेट्स चेक इट. या वी हैव गॉट इट राइट. सो मूविंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. The process of erosion and deposition creates different landforms on the surface of the earth. So which of the following agents carry eroded material to form new landforms? क्या वो ट्रेन और एरोप्लेन है, पीपल एंड बिल्डिंग है, वाटर एंड विंड है, इंडस्ट्रीज एंड फैक्ट्रीज है? यहाँ पे पूछा जा रहा है बेसिकली द एजेंट्स विच आर रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इरोजन. ट्रेन एरोप्लेन से तो हो नहीं सकता, पीपल और बिल्डिंग से नहीं हो सकता, इंडस्ट्रीज एंड फैक्ट्रीज भी नहीं कर सकते, तो बचता है वाटर एंड विंड. ऑप्शन नंबर 3 विल बी द राइट आंसर. सो दोज हु हैव गॉट ऑप्शन नंबर 3, कांग्रेचुलेशंस टू देम. So these are basically factual questions only. आप लोगों को ज़्यादा परेशानी नहीं हो रही होगी. So let's see what is there in question number 13. Weathering is the breaking of the rocks on the earth's surface. Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind and ice. So which activity in a river erodes the landscape? कौन सा activity है river का जो कि landscape को erode कर देता है? Growth of weeds, boating, swimming of humans or running water? You have 5 seconds. So as per me, running water will be the correct answer. Let's check it. Yeah, it is correct. We have got it right. Now question number 14. The running water in the river erodes the landscape. What is formed when the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rocks or down a steep valley side? Is it meander? The spelling is wrong over there. Don't mind. It will be meander. A is missing. Option number 2 waterfall, option number 3 ghats, or option number 4 waves. What will be the correct answer? It will be option number 2 waterfall. Okay, water 4. So let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. Now, question number 15. What is formed as river enters the plain and it twists and turns, forming large bends? Waterfall, meander, basins or waves? जब रिवर ट्विस्ट एंड टर्न लेता है, बेसिकली ये फ्लड प्लेन्स में पाए जाते हैं. इट विल बी meander. यहाँ भी A is missing. Okay. So question number 16. As the river enters the plain, it twists and turns, forming large bends known as meanders. Here the spelling is correct. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meander, what happens to the end of the meander loops? Meander loops जब खत्म होते हैं तो क्या होता है? They come closer, they remain the same, they flow straight, or they dry up. So the meanders, they come closer. Okay. Question number 17. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meander, the ends of meander loop come closer and closer. If meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cutoff lake, what is it called? उस cutoff lake को क्या बोलते हैं? ऑक्सबो लेक बोलते हैं, सॉल्ट लेक बोलते हैं, आर्टिफिशियल लेक बोलते हैं या अंडरग्राउंड लेक बोलते हैं? It is known as Oxbow Lake. Okay, Oxbow Lake बोलते हैं. Done. So question number 18, half of the quiz is almost over. At times, the river overflows its banks, which leads to the flooding of the neighboring areas. As it floods, it deposits sediments and layers of fine soil along its bank. So what type of floodplain is formed? Rocky and fertile floodplain, flat and marshy, flat and fertile, या फिर sandy and rocky? You have 5 seconds. आप लोग इस चैप्टर का वीडियो भी देख सकते हैं. द वीडियो इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल ऑन माई चैनल. गॉट इट? आई विल बी पुटिंग द वीडियोज डिस्क्रिप्शन लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. ओके, वहां देख लेना बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर. एंड सो द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी फ्लैट एंड फर्टाइल. ओके, so moving to question number 19. As a river floods, it deposits sediments and layers of fine soil along its bank, which leads to the formation of flat fertile floodplain. At the sides of such floodplains, there are raised banks. So what are they called? क्या उन्हें meanders बोलते हैं, platform banks बोलते हैं, raised banks बोलते हैं या levees बोलते हैं? Factual question है. The correct answer will be option number 4. इसे levees बोलते हैं. Okay, चलो सही हो गया. Let's move to question number 20. As the river approaches the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into number of streams. So what are such streams called? इन सारे streams को क्या बोलते हैं? Sea arches, distributaries, river division या delta? बहुत easy है ये. River जब अलग अलग streams में बढ़ जाती है तो उसे हम लोग उनके distributaries बोलते हैं. Okay, distributaries. चलो, we have got it right. So question number 21. As the river approaches the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into number of streams. So what is the collection of such streams called? क्या उसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी बोलते हैं, मेन रिवर बोलते हैं, सी माउथ बोलते हैं या डेल्टा बोलते हैं? So it is known as delta. Okay, let's check it. Yeah, we have got it right. Now question number 22. The process of erosion and deposition create different landforms. The erosion and deposition of sea waves give rise to coastal landforms as it continuously strikes at rocks. So as a result, cracks develop and in course of time they become larger and wider. This forms hollow-like vacuum spaces in the rocks. What is it called? उसे हम लोग sea arches बोलते हैं, sea caves बोलते हैं, sea rocks बोलते हैं या sea cliff बोलते हैं? Hollow structure. So the correct answer will be sea caves. उसे sea caves बोलते हैं. Okay. Now question number 23. The erosion and deposition of sea waves give rise to coastal landforms as it continuously strikes rocks. As a result, cracks develop and in course of time they become larger and wider, forming hollow-like vacuum spaces in the rocks known as sea caves. As these cavities become bigger and only the roof of the caves remain, what is it called? जब सिर्फ roof बच जाता है caves का, stacks बोलते हैं, sea बोलते हैं, sea cliff बोलते हैं या sea arches बोलते हैं. Write down the full answer. सिर्फ ऑप्शन लिखने से नहीं चलेगा. So the correct answer will be option number 4, sea arches. Got it? Yeah, correct है. Now question number 24. As the cavities of sea caves become bigger and only the roof of the caves remains, sea arches are formed. Further erosion breaks the roof and only walls are left. What are these walls like features called? ये walls को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? जब roof भी टूट जाता है तब क्या बचता है? Sea walls, stacks, sea stacks या wall stacks. तो इसे हम लोग stacks बोलते हैं. Okay, stacks. Option number 2 will be the correct option. यहाँ C stacks आप नहीं दे सकते हो क्योंकि SEE लिखा हुआ है. ये C मतलब देखना होता है. Okay, चलो. Now question number 25. Canada has the longest coastline. Okay, so in our country, Gujarat has the longest coastline of all the states. What is a steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the sea water is called? इसे क्या बोलते हैं? रॉक कोस्ट बोलते हैं, कोस्ट माउंटेन्स बोलते हैं, सी क्लिफ बोलते हैं या रॉक क्लिफ बोलते हैं? इट इज नोन एज, बताओ आप लोग. इट इज नोन एज सी क्लिफ. ओके, लेट्स चेक इट. या वी हैव गॉट इट राइट. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 26. Cox's Bazar is world's longest natural sand beach, stretching across 150 miles in Bangladesh. Which agent deposits sediments along the shore forming beaches? क्या राफ्टिंग से होता है सेडिमेंटेशन, सर्फिंग से होता है, रेन से होता है या सी वेव्स से होता है? बताओ. ज्यादातर सेडिमेंटेशन सी वेव से होता है. We have got it right. So moving to question number 27. The forces that work on the surface of the earth are known as exogenic forces. Exogenic forces include erosion and deposition of various components with the help of agents like water, wind, waves and glaciers. So what are glaciers? Glaciers क्या होते हैं? क्या वो river of ice होते हैं? क्या वो frozen rivers होते हैं? क्या वो polluted rivers होते हैं या rivers of muddy water होते हैं? Glaciers rivers of ice होते हैं. Okay, correct. Now moving to question number 28. Glaciers are rivers of ice. So Siachen Glacier is the second longest glacier outside of the polar regions and the largest in the Himalayan Karakoram region. So glaciers erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stones. With this activity, what do they expose? Solid rocks को expose करते हैं, molten lava को expose करते हैं, water animals को expose करते हैं या non corrosive metals को expose करते हैं? You have 5 seconds, बताओ. तो ग्लेशियर्स यहाँ पे सॉलिड रॉक्स को एक्सपोज करते हैं. ऑप्शन नंबर 1 विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. चलो, नाउ मूविंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 29. Lambert Glacier is a major glacier in East Antarctica. Glaciers carve out deep hollows and as the ice melts, they get filled up with water in mountains and forms what? क्या बनता है ग्लेशियर्स? ओशंस बनता है, डेल्टा बनता है, लेक्स बनता है या स्टैक्स बनता है? बताओ आप लोग. ग्लेशियर जब भी पिघलते हैं तो उनसे लेक्स बनता है. ओके, सो ऑप्शन नंबर 3 विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. चलो, नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 30. As the ice from the glaciers melt, they get filled up with water and forms the beautiful lakes and mountains. The material carried by the glaciers such as rocks, sand, silt, etc. get deposited. What are these deposits called? In deposits क्या बोलते हैं? ग्लेशियल ग्रुप्स बोलते हैं, ग्लेशियल एसिटिक एसिड बोलते हैं, ग्लेशियल मोरेन्स बोलते हैं या ग्लेशियस स्केटल बोलते हैं? क्या बोलते हैं? You have 5 seconds. So these deposits are basically known as glacial moraines. So option number 3, glacial moraines is the correct answer. Moving to question number 31. An active agent of erosion and deposition in the desert is wind. It can sometimes blow sand to form towering dunes. So what is the shape of rocks in the deserts? Is it wavy? Is it oval? Is it hemispheric? Or is it the shape of mushroom? कैसा होता है बताओ. It is the image is given in your NCERT book as well, and the notes provided by me also. तो ये मशरूम शेप का होता है, डेजर्ट में रॉक्स का शेप जनरली मशरूम शेप में पाया जाता है. चलो, now winds erode the lower section of the mushroom rock more than the upper part. Therefore such rocks have what kind of base? क्या वो लीनियर होते हैं, क्या वो नैरो बेस होता है, क्या वो वाइड होता है, या क्या वो क्लिफ लाइक बेस होता है? बताओ. So such rocks have a narrow base. तो बेस काफी नैरो होता है. You got it right. Now question number 33. When the wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another. When it stops blowing, the sand falls and get deposited in low hill-like structures. What are these sand-like structures known as? In sand-like structures को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Desert mounds बोलते हैं, sand dunes बोलते हैं, sand waves बोलते हैं, या mushroom rocks बोलते हैं. It is very easy. Sand like structures को हम लोग sand dunes बोलते हैं. Okay, so option number 2 is the correct answer. Now moving to question number 34. This is the second last question of today's session. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over very long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, what is it called? Loess, mushroom rocks, silt, या फिर dunes. So option number 1, loess is the correct answer. Now moving to the last question of today's session, question number 35. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, it is called loess. Where are large deposits of loess found? Loess आपको ज्यादातर कहाँ मिलेगा देखने को? जर्मनी में, आयरलैंड में, इंडिया में, या चाइना में? तो ज्यादातर लोएस आपको चाइना में मिलेंगे. ओके, डन. So we are done with today's session. Now tomorrow we'll be meeting with the chapters related to history. हम लोग हिस्ट्री के प्रैक्टिस सेशंस करेंगे कल. ओके, सो टिल देन जस्ट कीप ऑन वॉचिंग ट्वाइस थ्राइस. वॉच द वीडियो लेक्चर्स ऑल्सो. आई विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग द लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. तो मैं ज्योग्राफी के सारे लेक्चर्स का डिस्क्रिप्शन और सारे एमसीक्यू क्विज़ेस का लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दूंगा. ओके, यू ऑल कैन वॉच इट वन बाय वन, और जितना ज़्यादा देखोगे उतना ही ज़्यादा आपकी आंसर्स करेक्ट करने की जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो बढ़ते जाएगी. ओके, सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. सी यू ऑल टुमारो इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. अगर अच्छा लगे तो लाइक करें और अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी शेयर करें. चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच. सी यू टुमारो. जय हिंद.